be like those other plural families where, they finally got it figured out and they got over whatever the issues and stuff and found their friendship and found their peace.
I wish I believed that. I don't think I've seen it.
Where?
Anywhere. They're all working out their stuff still till they're dead.
It's time to let go. Last month, last year even. I understand what Robyn wanted, why she wanted it, how she felt once she was part of the family, what she hoped for them, what should have been done, what went wrong, and how she feels now. But the push she's giving here and what she wants just doesn't make sense anymore. It's time for her to stop bringing it up and accept that this is now a monogamous relationship. If anything else were to happen, it wouldn't be because of a reconciliation. From this episode, it's clear that if Kody ever takes another wife, which I don't think he wants at all, we understand why. When Robyn says it could still work with Janelle, it's hard not to cringe. Let it go. Scenes like this are interesting because, while Robyn sometimes seems disingenuous, especially given her actions during coronavirus versus her words, Kody actually appears honest here. He doesn't want to be married to Janelle anymore. He never felt the same love for them as he did for Robyn. Not that he didn't love them, but it wasn't the same kind of love. Kody wants to move on and live his life with his nuclear family. Robyn keeps acting like reconciliation is possible, but he doesn't want it. This conversation is getting old. Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to ThreadoraTalks, where the conversations are always next level. I'm your host, Jenna, and today, we're turning things up a notch. Trust me, this is one video you do not want to miss, so let's dive right in. Kody admitting he's never seen polygamy work was a big admission. Another surprising moment was when he admitted he was intimate in college, something we never heard before. It's interesting because all his lectures about mouth hormones suddenly make more sense. The revelation about moving to Europe was also telling. He might think the new location would solve things, but he needs therapy more than a change of scenery. It's not the location, it's him. Yet, he seems against therapy, which is ironic. The comment about him losing his purity to some mysterious woman was amusing but also revealing. There's a lot about his backstory that feels unclear, like when he actually went to college. The narrative usually is that he went on a mission and was married to Mary by 21. Did he graduate? What did he study? It seems like Robyn wants what Kody's mom has with Janelle's mom. A peaceful, supportive relationship. It was nice seeing Kody admit that polygamy doesn't work for anyone. When the patriarch passes, sister wives often become friends because the competition and tension dissipate. I wonder how much of the discord is intentionally sown by the husband using gossip and manipulation. These men seem very intentional about creating rivalry. This felt like the most honest we've seen Kody. Though I dislike him, it's better that he's accepted the situation and is moving forward, while Robyn still clings to hope. I wonder how her attitude would change if he flipped it and said, "You want polygamy? Cool, I'm marrying 2 new young women." That would be a fascinating role reversal to watch, but Kody seems burned out on polygamy, so it probably won't happen. This seems like an appropriate place to end the show. They tried to prove polygamy works, but instead showed it's an abusive power structure that hurts everyone. They moved away from their faith. It's done. Kody's final words, "until they're dead," could have been a perfect closing line, dropping the mic on the whole polygamy dream. The show has become about divorced, unemployed adults, young women burdened with debt, and complicated family drama that only deepens the dysfunction. Kody accepted it when Christine left. He said he was relieved. Mary even mentioned he told her that. Then he went back to Robyn and ended up telling Christine she couldn't leave. While Christine clearly said he didn't want her, he finally agrees with her. When they were all at a restaurant, Kody said he didn't think polygamy worked. Robyn started crying, thinking it was about her, and Janelle comforted her. But Kody was done with the others shortly after Robyn entered the family. He would have preferred monogamy if Robyn hadn't pushed for more wives. Robyn had the best life. She didn't have to interact much with the others while Kody dealt with all of them. He was done. Is it his fault for allowing it? Yes. Kody's frustration with Robyn felt genuine, more than I've ever seen. Usually, even when he's upset, he's performing for the cameras. But in this episode, he seemed to forget the cameras were rolling. Kody's honesty is striking but uncomfortable. The tragedy is he was married to 3 fun, likable women, but fell in love with the miserable, toxic one, Robyn. She fed his ego in ways the others couldn't. She had a nanny to care for the kids and could do whatever she wanted, while the other wives expected Kody to be a husband and father. Robyn gave him a honeymoon experience, and he favored that. It seems Kody doesn't really understand love. His ego needed feeding. He lived in poverty with the other wives, but was wealthy almost from day one with Robyn, showing a superficial side. Robyn often seems disingenuous, never admitting fault. Even Mary, Christine, and Janelle have taken some accountability, but Robyn sticks to a script. She might not believe reconciliation is possible, and Kody's expression shows some surprise, maybe because she's not sincere off-camera. Robyn might be trying to maintain appearances out of fear of losing status or place, possibly due to internalized beliefs. Her insistence on reconciliation seems more about maintaining an image than genuine hope. Kody's vulnerability about feeling unworthy is interesting. He feels rejected, though he's done the rejecting for years. Flashbacks show he once genuinely loved the other wives and kids and had fun. Now, Kody and Robyn are isolated, and their lives seem solemn. A stark contrast to the fun parties they once had. Robyn seems to orchestrate the family's falling apart, knowing what she's doing but needing to portray herself as the innocent party. She has pushed the narrative that the other wives are the villains while she fights to keep the family together. Kody admits he never loved the other wives like Robyn. Robyn won, in a way. She has Kody and doesn't have to deal much with the others, but she's miserable. Robyn's attitude sometimes feels more like she's reciting lines to gain favor, not driven by genuine belief or faith. She's sanctimonious, but it doesn't feel like true devotion. She seems to want the status and lifestyle, rather than the plural marriage itself. Kody and Robyn seem trapped by ego, bitterness, and unresolved feelings, creating a cycle that's painful for everyone involved, especially the kids. The story feels like it's coming to its natural end, as the reality of polygamy's failure unfolds in real time. Mary shared a disturbing story during one of her live sessions. Someone asked her about Kody's art collection, and she revealed an incident from their time in Vegas. She had admired a particular artist and wanted to own a piece. They went to a store or gallery, and it turned out Kody was making a payment on a piece he had bought for Robyn. When Mary expressed interest, he told her she could go look at it at Robyn's house. This isn't just neglect or thoughtlessness, it's emotional abuse. Kody's behavior was intentionally cruel and sadistic. He wielded cruelty in a way that's deeply damaging, much like the emotional abuse some experience from their own parents. The emotional chaos it causes can be overwhelming and long-lasting. Many people don't understand how difficult it is to break free from such abuse. The only way to find peace is often to go no contact and prioritize your well-being, truly letting go. Mary had already gone no contact years ago with her own toxic family and knows how hard it is. Some people lack basic compassion and maternal instincts, making it impossible for them to care for others properly. But Mary learned from her pain and made sure to break the cycle with her own child. She prioritizes loving those who reciprocate love, which is key to healing. Kody's cruelty was on purpose. For example, having Mary help him prepare surprises for another wife while ignoring her is beyond cruel. He consistently tries to rewrite the story to make it seem like the original 3 wives caused problems, but it was the other way around. He abandoned them emotionally. The financial dynamics were also cruel. using Mary's money to buy art for Robyn, and then telling Mary to go see it at Robyn's house was humiliating. They maintained joint accounts, and Kody controlled the spending, adding insult to injury. Stories like this reveal the toxic patterns Kody used throughout his marriages. He emotionally punished Mary by withholding gifts, ignoring her, and controlling the family narrative to paint himself as the victim. The other wives sometimes tried to console or placate him, but he was the source of the pain. Mary's loyalty and attempts to repair their relationship, despite the emotional abuse, show her strength but also how deeply damaging his behavior was. He would string her along, giving just enough hope to keep her trying but never truly valuing her. Kody's treatment of Mary, melting down her wedding ring, neglecting Christmas gifts for her while showering others with presents, and buying art with her money for another wife, reflects ongoing emotional abuse and control. Despite everything, Mary managed to leave and find peace, showing great courage and growth. This pattern of behavior is heartbreaking, and no one deserves to be treated like that. Kody's inability to balance, nurture, or truly care for his family is a failure on every level. His actions caused deep emotional trauma for his wives, who endured years of neglect, humiliation, and cruelty. The dynamics in this fundamentalist polygamous family were far from the ideal of compassion and mercy often described in doctrine. Instead, they showed the dark side of power imbalance, emotional manipulation, and narcissism. Mary's story highlights the importance of recognizing emotional abuse and the strength required to escape it and heal. Her journey also sheds light on how these toxic relationships affect everyone involved. Does Mary regret picking the wrong team? If she had supported Janelle and Christine more, she might have been included with them and their children. There have been instances where Mary mentions not being invited to events or not knowing about gatherings. She explains this as due to not being close to them before, so why would it change now? Do you think Mary wants to be more included with the OG children, or is she really not interested? Mary has made efforts to see the kids who want to see her, like Logan and Hunter, for years. So while she may have chosen the wrong team, she might not see it that way. Janelle, Christine, and Mary had a bad relationship for years before Robyn joined the family. Part of it was personality conflict, and part of it was how the polygamy/Kody system worked to pit wives against each other. Those relationships were long broken. Unlike Janelle and Christine, Mary had less common ground with them to work on a relationship. Christine and Janelle bonded over their kids still living in Flagstaff. Mary was beyond empty nesting at that point. She has said she doesn't want to be on anyone's team, she just wants to be Mary. That attitude seems healthier than some give her credit for. She accepts there's too much pain and bad blood between her, Janelle, and Christine to be more than polite acquaintances, but she wishes them happiness. If only Kody and Robyn could be so gracious. Mary's assertiveness conflicts with the keep sweet culture typical in that family. She doesn't tolerate kids entering the home unannounced and fighting. She sets clear boundaries. These traits aren't bad, just maybe not ideal for a sister wife. Mary's close relationship with Logan makes sense since she helped him parent his siblings. The relationships were deeply broken long ago due to personality clashes, and the way the divorce, new marriage, and adoption were handled, without involving all wives, caused the final rift. The wives didn't want Robyn as legal mom, and they weren't part of the conversation until it was decided. Kody triangulated the wives by telling them things that weren't true, creating lasting misunderstandings. For example, Robyn believes the Browns hate her because Kody told her so. He also told Robyn the wives weren't affectionate with him, classic manipulation to justify his behavior. Now that Christine, Mary, and Janelle are free from him, maybe they'll realize it was Kody causing the problems. Mary seemed to get this when she compared notes with Christine. To answer the basic question, no, Mary doesn't regret picking the wrong team. When she explains not being invited, It feels genuine but not deeply upsetting. She likely cares more about her relationship with the kids, but not much about Christine and Janelle. She might find the idea of teams ridiculous and annoying, and the only team she supports is her own. Mary has had a difficult personality to get along with and can be prickly, but no one else has looked out for her. She's over the ex-wife versus Kody drama and wants to move on with what's rightfully hers. After 30 years, it's understandable. Mary's not likely to dwell on past conflicts. She's moved on. The broken relationships go deep and complex. The idea she chose a side is oversimplified. She seems to want no teams, just to be herself. She likely wishes she had better relationships with some family members, especially the kids, but accepts the reality. Experiences like estrangement from Leon after the catfishing showed her that some relationships can be repaired, but others can't. Mary may manage only a few close relationships effectively, which explains why she has close friends and some children. She remains connected with but isn't involved with the whole family. Her earlier controlling behavior, especially about personal space, contributed to rifts in the Lehi house. With infertility affecting her ability to have children, she may have clung to controlling what she could, causing tension with the other wives who had many kids. The big rift came when they lived in one house with one kitchen. Janelle moved out, and later the house was split into apartments, reducing shared spaces. Mary could have been an ideal sister, wife, and mother to the kids, but her infertility led to biases against her in that family's culture, which valued women by their ability to bear children. She may wish she were more part of the family, but the relationships were never managed well, and she accepts that. She's made efforts with the children she's close to, like Logan and Gwen, who included her in their weddings, though these moments aren't always filmed for the show. Mary's loyalty seemed to lie with Kody and Robyn at times, hoping it would help her relationship with Kody. She might regret trusting them, but not regretting not joining the other wives. She rarely admits fault for conflicts and holds grudges, but expects forgiveness from others. Early on, she wasn't very pleasant and could be mean, which hurt her relationships. Mary's stricter parenting style also clashed with the more free-range approaches of Janelle and Christine, which didn't help. Despite everything, some like Gwen speak highly of Mary. She gave up her legal marriage status for Kody and Robyn, so she showed support to feel that sacrifice was worthwhile. Mary has grown over the seasons, taking accountability and working on herself. She seems to have found her tribe and focuses on what serves her best now. Ultimately, the family dynamics are deeply rooted in personalities, past hurts, and the cult-like control of Kody. Mary's best path appears to be moving on with her life, focusing on the relationships she can maintain and leaving behind the painful family conflicts. All right, now I want to hear from you. Sound off in the comments and let me know where you stand. Agree, disagree, or something in between? And if you're enjoying the vibe, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're always in the loop. Your voice counts, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging with me.